Afternoon everyone, Elton Goonan here, Acting CEO of Motorsport New Zealand. Pretty sure you're all well aware now that we're at alert level 3 for Auckland with COVID-19, and the rest of the country we're in level 2. So those restrictions, they came in at midday today, they carry on through to midnight on Friday. So at the moment, very, very short, very sweet, but if those restrictions do extend, we are going to see some effect on the motorsport events in the coming weeks. Back in May, towards the end of May, when we came out of level 3 into level 2, we created that back in motion document. A lot of you have been using it, all of you have been using it, which is great when we came through that period. So we need to start refreshing our memory on what those are. Okay, that document's available on the COVID resource page on the Motorsport New Zealand website, but really just want to take this opportunity to give you a quick summary of what that document contains. So under level 3 and 4, unfortunately no motorsport events can happen, which is a bit of a shame. But if we move to level 2 and stay in level 2 like the main bulk of the country is at the moment, events can happen, but use that back in motion plan. It's a proven product that we used back in June to get those events happening, so it really works and it's good. But to summarise sort of some of those internal requirements, we followed the government guidelines in terms of staying at home. Really enforce that, stay at home. If you're sick or feel unwell, use the government contact tracing app, the COVID Tracer. Once again, it just tracks where everyone is, and it means if we do get an outbreak, we can track it, we can find out where you are. Maintain that physical distancing wherever possible as well once you're on the event. On top of that, some of the sporting stuff that we put in place was the venue plan. Okay, we need that in place so we can manage the gathering limitations around the events. Use wherever you can that electronic documentation. Okay, it just reduces that contact with the other people at the event in terms of the officials and your sign on. Driver's briefing, try and do that electronically or use a PA system. Okay, same goes for the volunteers and the officials briefing as well. Use a PA system if possible, creates that social distancing. Once again, just takes another element out of it. Competitors, try and use that self-scrutineering form. Okay, once again, helps with the scrutineers. Try and limit the amount of crew that you bring to the event as well. Once again, controlling the amount of people we've got there. And finally, no spectators while we've got an event at level 2. Okay. Under level 1, and we've seen it happen since the middle of June, since we moved through to level 1, events have been happening. It's been really good. We've seen a real big burst of events happening. We're actually up on numbers and people taking part, which is really great to see. But we really still want to encourage you, that personal hygiene side of things, washing hands, 20 seconds, all of that stuff, but also keep that person-to-person distance when you're on event. As we get updates, we'll feed these through. It'll be predominantly via social media that will feed these through, because that's going to be the quickest means. But in the meantime, if you want to review these documents, the back in motion document, COVID-19 resource page on the Motorsport New Zealand website. So the top link on the left hand side as you go in. So really use that, get your head around it, because we could be seeing ourselves going into level 3 in the future. Moving on to that, AGM, that's supposed to be coming up next Saturday, August 22nd. At the moment, we still want that to happen, and we're still planning for it to happen. However, we know this is a bit of a fluid situation at the moment, so we're working with the government, trying to understand what we can and can't do. So as we get more information, we'll get that to you. We know that most of you are going to have travel arrangements, accommodation and so forth. So we want to try and give you guys some understanding. So realistically from our side, we're going to aim to have an answer to you by the end of the week on the progress of it. But like I said, at the moment, we're planning to have the event happening. So really that's it for me for now. Have a good week, keep safe, and hopefully talk to you in a few weeks.